Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, I'm Badruddin Muhammad and you're watching the English news program on Somaliland National Television. These are the main stories making headlines. The President of Somaliland received his head of FAO Somaliland and Somalia at his office. The State Minister of Finance discusses his recent trip to the region. Ukraine's Crimea leader asks Putin for help. Prime Minister of Autonomous Region appeals for help from Moscow. The President of Somaliland, Ahmed Mohamed Mahmoud Silayo, met with the head of FAO office for Somaliland and Somalia at his office.
The President of Somaliland, His Excellency Ahmed Mohamed Mahmoud Silayo, has received the head of FAO for Somaliland and Somalia in his office. This meeting, which was participated by the Vice President of Somaliland, Honorable Abdurrahman Abdullah Ismail Sailai, Minister of Agriculture, Planning and Development, and the Presidency. In this lengthy meeting, the two parties discussed how to further strengthen the relations between Somaliland government and World Food and Agriculture Organization FAO, and approaches of better improving food and water security of Somaliland. After the meeting, the head of FAO organization and the two ministers of Agriculture and Planning held a press conference discussing the major issues debated. The Minister of Agriculture, Mr. Farah Elmi Gedole, and the Minister of Planning and National Development, Saad Ali Shireh, highlighted the two parties' discussion that the delegation will be participating in the launch of Food Security and Water Week, which will be held in Hargeisa. Mr. Luke, the head of FAO, thanked the President and the Vice President for their warm welcome, and he mentioned that the two parties discussed plans of improving food security and water in Somaliland, and he stated,
Good morning, I'm Luca Rinovi, I'm the country representative for Somaliland and Somalia, and I've been here to pay a courtesy visit to the President of Somaliland in view of the event, the most important event of tomorrow and after tomorrow, which is the Food Security and Water the Food and Water Security Conference that is going to be held there and where we will participate. I had the occasion today, thanks to the presence of the Minister of Planning, the Minister of Agriculture and the Vice President, also to present the result of the program up to now, which has been enlarging on a number of domains.
The Minister of State for Finance, Usman Sahardid Adani, held a press conference discussing his recent trip to the region capital, Burao.
Minister of State of Finance, Mr. Osman Sahardid Adani, in a press conference, discussed his recent trip to Togda region, aiming at minimizing tribalism practice. The minister stated that he spent a few weeks in Burao and met more than 500 youth composing of university students and intellectuals, and they discussed ways of minimizing problems and conflicts among youth in Togda region that are based on tribalism. And he affirmed that the government is providing any available resources to create employment and friendly environment among all youth in all regions of Somaliland.
The chairman of NERAD governmental organization discussed prevention measures against natural disaster.
The chairman of NERAD organization and other high-ranking officials talked to SNL TV regarding their plan to secure and reserve food for emergencies. Mr. Mohammed Musa Awale talked about the responsibility of communities district level to plan for the rainy seasons and how first their plan. Moreover, he highlighted the importance of having heavy task force that deals with emergency and their plan to secure food for emergencies.
Himilo Readers Club awarded honorary certificate to the Somaliland National Television and the Hargeisa Water Agency managers for their performance since in office.
The chairman of Himilo Readers Club, who firstly spoke at the event, discussed their history of establishing this club. The founder of this reader club, Mr. Ome, who also spoke at the event, highlighted the idea of establishing this club. At the conclusion, all participants praised the club for their efforts since they were established, and moreover handed an honorary certificate to the managers of Somaliland National TV and Hargeisa Water Agency.
You are still watching the English news program on Somaliland National Television, the only Somali-speaking channel with an English news program. And now for our international headlines in detail. Ukraine's Crimea leader asks Putin for help. Prime Minister of Autonomous Region appeals for help from Moscow as Kiev says it will not be drawn into armed conflict.
US President Barack Obama has warned Russia that military intervention in Ukraine would lead to casualties as tensions with old-foe President Vladimir Putin rose in a Cold War-style crisis. Speaking on Friday, Obama said he was deeply concerned by reports of military movements taken by the Russian Federation inside of Ukraine after the oust of Ukrainian leader Viktor Yanukovych. The U.S. will stand with the international community in affirming that there will be costs for any military intervention in Ukraine, Obama said in the White House briefing. Tensions between the Cold War rivals soared after reports that 2,000 troops were airborne to a military airbase near the regional capital of Rostov, Crimea Peninsula, which Ukraine's central government deems an occupation and military aggression. Government buildings, including 2 airports in the semi-autonomous Crimea region, which has a majority of ethnic Russians, have had the Russian Navy flag marking their roofs as the pro-Kremlin army took control late Thursday.
That is the end of our news. Thank you for watching. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.